Security. I'm going to show you today how to use NZGrapher to investigate different types of model. So we begin as usual. So you choose scatter graph and variable 1, variable 2. Variable 1, remember, is always explanatory. Variable 2 is response. And you would put a nice title. So age versus birth weight and date. And usually you would add your regression line here. And the equation is at the top and your correlation coefficient is here. N, remember, is just the number of points. A reminder that if you find a point or an observation that you think is worth talking about, let's discuss it, you can click on it and it will tell you this is point 700 and birth weight 709 grams, mother's age is 28. It's point ID 1. So you can go across here and you can find out more about point 1. This one here, it's birth weight 4,990 grams, mother's age is 45, and it's point ID 189. So you can go here and you can look and find out more about that baby or that mother. Now you might decide that a curve might be a better fit. So what makes me wonder here a curve might be a better fit? There's quite a few points down here. Maybe a curve, possibly a curve like this, to take into account that point up there that actually does seem quite far away from the trend. You can have a go. So these are your curve options here. And you're looking for one that you think is a better fit. Now you can't just fit a curve and see. You have to give a reason why you are doing it at Excellence. So at Excellence, fitting a curve is typically if your linear model over or under predicts anywhere in particular, especially at the ends. So at the end here, it's under predicting quite a lot because it's under what actually happened. So that might be worth trying a curve. So just try a few different ones. Oh, so the blue, that's the quadratic. That actually looks like that's possibly a bit better because as you can see up here, it's sort of a bit closer to that point up there. It predicts better at the ends. And we had quite a few points here that were a bit lower than our line, quite far lower, but because the curve is a bit lower at this point between a mother's age of 20 and 30 years, it does take into account those points a little bit better. So it should give slightly more reliable predictions. Okay, you could have done a cubic. Oh, that takes into account that point even better. You can try different ones. I would try 1, maybe 2, and you talk about how it looks to be better or not better. So at the moment, the cubic actually looks like it's possibly a better fit, but you have to talk about why. Now be careful here. Do you notice at the end, it chops off the ending of my equation here, chops it off. So what you must do, if you fit a curve, you must click on these 3 points and you must hide the left section. That stretches your graph out. Now, if it looks a bit weird, you can also hide the bottom section. There you go. You must make sure you can see clearly the whole equation. Now, what you might also find interesting is look at the groupings that you have available. So I have whether the baby was classed as low birth weight or not, and whether the mother smoked or not. And this, I'm not sure what that means, but you would have a list of variables so you would know. So I wonder if there is any pattern with whether the mother smokes or not. Colour by. Colour by is here. Let's have a look. Mother smoke. This colours the points. So you can see red is not smoking, blue is yes smoking. Now they're all kind of all on top of each other, so it doesn't look like there's a massive difference. However, I might expect there to be a bit of a difference because my research explains to me that smoking has an effect on baby's birth weight. So use the research to support why you're going to do the next thing. Mother smoke, put that as variable 3 and see what happens. It has separated those 2 groups completely separately. And what we find out is there is a positive relationship between mother's age and birth weight when the mother doesn't smoke. So as the mother gets older, babies generally get heavier. However, when the mother does smoke, what we find very interestingly is that there is a negative relationship. As the mother gets older, the baby's birth weight is generally tending to decrease. That's very interesting. And if you can find some research as to why that's happening, even better.